I want to talk about energy. I've talked about it before in the other courses leading up to this one. But now it's time to talk about how to become more conscious of that energy. If you could learn to think of your body as an energy field, one way to help you to do that would be to, I'll do it with you if you'll do it with me. Inhale and tense the body and try to feel your whole body filled with energy, and then relax. Do that a few times and try to feel that the bridge between the mind and the will on the one hand and the body on the other is energy. It takes energy to move the body. It takes energy to tense the muscles. And if you only will the body to move, it won't move. If you only send energy, it won't move. It takes the combination of willpower acting upon the energy. The greater the willpower, the greater the flow of energy. And that flow of energy is what determines the degree of magnetism that you emanate, that you surround yourself with. Remember that when electricity flows through a wire, it generates a magnetic field, electromagnetic field. And the same thing essentially is true. Every time you send a strong thought with energy out into the world, and every time you live in a positive, energetic way, if your willpower becomes dispirited, then your body will become pepless also, without energy, and as a result your magnetism also will flag, will diminish. The amount of magnetism that you emanate will depend entirely upon the energy that you bring to bear on your life, on your work, on your leadership, on your body, on everything that you do. We live in a world of energy. And so when we talk of leadership, effective leadership, we're talking of magnetism first of all, because a person can do all the same things without magnetism, trying to involve people, trying to give them good ideas, trying to inspire them. But if he doesn't have magnetism, he won't be able to draw people into his orbit of enthusiasm or ideas. And another person with perhaps even less grasp of the subject, but a great deal of energy, and as a result magnetism, will be able to make people feel that yes, they too would like it. Magnetism, again, I want to reiterate, is not a process of hypnosis except on a lower level that we are trying to avoid in these practices, in these teachings. Magnetism, which is magnetism and not the imposition on a person's willpower that we find in hypnosis, is something that invites rather than imposes. So that you make a thing, you yourself feel an enthusiasm for something, you yourself feel the importance of a particular line of action or a particular idea, and you put it in such a way that other people's energy rises to meet your level of energy. It comes from within themselves. They can decide they don't want to, they can decide they do want to, but if they respond to your invitation, it's entirely up to their free will whether they respond, but those who choose to respond will be energized by your leadership in a way that they would never be energized if you merely proposed the idea in an intellectual or abstract way. So energy, as science has discovered, is the real basis of this material universe. Matter is a manifestation of energy. The more you can consciously live in energy, the more you will become aware of this magnetic force. You will feel it flowing out from you to others. If you speak to others in a lecture, for example, you'll feel that energy flowing out to them. As you walk, try to feel consciously. It would be good to take a walk quietly in the countryside or in the park or wherever you don't have to talk to people, but can just quietly concentrate. Feel yourself surrounded by an ocean of energy. Feel this energy moving your body. Feel this energy in relationship, in rapport with you, so that you feel the energy of the world around you and respond to it, and feel it responding also to you. One good thing that you might try to do is standing up. I'll stand and I'll show you what I mean. Try to bring your hands up to the side of your body with the thought that they're bringing a field of energy around your body. Bringing it up to the top like this, and hold it, and then bend to the right, bend to the left. Feel that you're moving in that ocean of energy. And then when you bring your hands down, try to feel that you're reaffirming this movement, this ocean of energy. This is also what is known as a yoga posture. And there are many yoga postures that work on the flow of energy. If you don't have this system in your life or in your office or wherever you work, you might find it worthwhile looking into, because it's very practical, very down to earth, very effective. Another thing that will help you, and I'll tell this again standing up, is to increase your sense of energy by standing on the balls of your feet, so that you develop the consciousness of moving as if lightly. Some people sit heavily, walk heavily, stand heavily, and they sort of trudge along on their heels. If you could learn to walk, not on the tips of your toes, that would be absurd, but more anyway on the balls of your feet, so that there's more a feeling of lightness when you move. That too will give you a sense of energy, because energy soars. Energy gives you the power to do things easily, and matter pulls you down. Matter drags you down. It's a weight. One, again, a yoga posture that I learned many years ago that I found very helpful to get you to feeling that you are light on your toes, light on your feet. And some people, you know, they may weigh 300 pounds and still be light on their feet, and others may weigh 100 pounds and still be heavy. You see, it's not a matter of pounds, it's a matter of consciousness. But come up like this, inhale, stand up on your toes, and then come down slowly, feeling you're still on the balls of your feet. And hold that for a while, and then come up, and feel as if you were completely light, and then bring your hands up and down, and relax. And as your hands move, feel again that you are moving in this ocean of energy. Sit straight. Look up. You know, the direction of energy in your body, of consciousness in your body, determines to a large extent whether you are going towards more energy or less energy. Whenever you look up, whenever your consciousness rises, that's why we even have expressions in not only English but in probably all languages, certainly the languages with which I'm familiar, that there is a rising. We say, I feel uplifted, I feel high, I feel like soaring, or conversely, I feel in the dumps, I feel down, I feel heavy, I feel low today. These two modes of speaking relate to two things. One, a direction of consciousness and energy, and two, to an increase of energy or a decrease of energy. So that when you want to live more energetically, learn to sit up, learn to look up more. Don't always sort of sit with your head in your hands. Don't tend to slump, but put your shoulders back. Sit up straight, smile more. Smiling helps to bring energy, to raise your level of energy, and try as much as possible to feel that your energy is going upward toward things rather than downward away from things. Because when there's a downward movement of energy in the body, it's accompanied by a feeling of rejection, of withdrawal, of no longer wanting to be involved. And you notice this in yourself, that any time that you begin to feel like getting disinvolved, uninvolved, there will be also a sense of heaviness. With that withdrawal, a sense of feeling low, feeling down. So Several things we've talked about. Living in an ocean of energy, affirming that energy, using the hands to give a sense of that energy, moving lightly, sitting lightly, looking up more rather than down, keeping the mind more in an upward flow. Another thing that will help you is to be surrounded by things that lift your consciousness. Music is a very important influence. Music can determine a whole civilization's course. When the music is of a low type, the civilization tends to become low. And it's not only that the music reflects that baser attitude, it also affirms and in fact creates. And so music that takes your mind down, music that's heavy, that has a sort of too much of an earthy quality, has a tendency to affirm that aspect of your nature which will make you less magnetic, not more so. Music, colors, dark, heavy colors are a depressant, where light colors, bright colors, cheerful colors are an exhilarant, you might say. In all things, therefore, learn to live more on a level of energy, and you will find that your magnetism will increase boundlessly, not immediately, but in a few weeks, in a few months, you'll see an amazing change.